See the cloud. Okay. All right, here we go. If anybody is on right now, I want to make sure you can see my screen. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. As people jump on, they can catch up in the Facebook group. All right, so welcome everybody. Okay, so it is almost Friday, yay. So I know everybody's super excited about that. So I am super excited to share this information with you guys tonight. So normally I try and teach the basic health benefits of essential oils class on the fourth Thursday of every month. But tonight we're going to change it up a little bit, okay? So we're going to talk tonight about a hot topic for a lot of people, and that is metabolic health. All right? So if anybody's jumping on right now, if you are excited to hear about this topic of how you can optimize your metabolic health, hit the love button, like button, love something for me right now. All right, so we're going to get rolling. First of all, I want to make sure everybody knows that this course is brand new. All right, so I'm going to be referencing my notes a lot. Okay, so I don't want to mess anything up. There's a lot of statistics, a lot of new information, and then there's a lot of new products that I'm still learning about. So I really don't want to mess it up any more than I probably will already. So I could not wait to share this stuff with you guys. So I just wanted to go ahead and just hop on and let's just do this thing. All right. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do first, all right? What I want you to do, because we're all in a little bit different place with what we consider being metabolically healthy, different ages, different places in our lives. So what I want you to do is I want you to put a 3 in the comments, whether you're on Zoom or in the group on Facebook. I want you to put a 3 in the comments if on most days you feel like you are older than you actually are. Okay, so if you feel on most days that you're older than you actually are, I want you to put a 3 in the comments for me. All right, next, I want you to put a 2 in the comments for me if you pretty much feel like your age on most days. So if you pretty much feel like your age on most days, give me a 2. All right. So now, if you feel on most days that you are actually younger than your age, give me a 1. So put a 1 in the comments if on most days you actually feel younger than your actual age. All right, we got some numbers coming in. Good, good, good. All right, so what if I told you that everybody has the potential to be a 1? Science says it's possible, and we're going to learn a little bit more about how here. All right, so we're going to move to the next slide here, and there's always a little bit of a delay, so be patient with me here. All right. So we have a chronological age and we have a biological age. Okay, so for most people, they aren't the same. Your chronological age is simply how many years you've been alive. All right, and then your biological age, however, is more about like how you feel, or really more about how young your cells are or how healthy they are as you age. And our goal is to stay healthy as long as we're here on this earth, right? Like who wouldn't want that? Okay, so there are many ways to measure health and wellness. All right, for some people, it's how they look, how they feel, while others, it's things like more specific things like your cholesterol levels, your weight, maybe even blood pressure. So truthfully, your health is determined by many factors, including energy levels, exercise habits, diet, stress levels, even our exposure to toxins, and simply feelings of like well-being. So your emotional health. There's many factors, and a lot of them are easy to measure in quantitative forms, such as your blood pressure, your body mass index, measure your waistline, that sort of thing. And then a lot of others are just subjective and difficult to really measure, like your emotional health, okay? And then maybe your energy level. So that's really just basically how you feel, okay? Okay, so we all face health challenges simply because of the world we live in, right? We have high stress jobs, jam-packed schedules. All of that leaves little time for us to get in some exercise, quality sleep. Really, we just try to squeeze it in when we can, right? So you seemingly have endless access to processed foods because we're in such a hurry all the time. We don't always have a chance to eat healthy stuff, right? So we're grabbing stuff on the go. It's not always the healthiest options. A lot of us are accustomed to a diet that lacks many important nutrients and micronutrients that are needed for good health because we're in such a hurry. So consumer products you use may also increase you to your exposure to toxins, further endangering your health. And I'm talking about personal care products that we use. Maybe you still have candles in your home or, something like that. There's a lot of things, chemicals that you use to clean with, a lot of things that have dangerous things in them, that affect our health negatively. In fact, the same poor lifestyle factors can also affect your metabolic health. Unhealthy eating and physical inactivity threatens our metabolic health, and it can lead to further health challenges. All right. So what I want you to do real quick is I want you all to take a look at the slide that's on the screen right now. Okay. And I want you to look at these things that are listed: high stress levels, lack of exercise, lack of quality sleep, nutrient deficiencies, our exposure to toxins. And I want you to put in the comments what your top 2 challenges are right now. What is the most difficult for you right now, or that you have the most challenge with? So let me know what those 2 things are. And remember, I forgot to say this at the beginning, the person with the most engagement during class is going in the Facebook group. So that's likes, loves, comments, anything like that. I'm going to have a prize for you. So make sure you interact a little bit so you get in the drawing for that. All right, now what I want you to think about after you think about the 2 things that you have the most challenge with, what I want you to think about now is how those things may negatively affect your life and even maybe the people around you, your loved ones. Because all of this stuff can really have a negative impact on our lives, okay? All right, so today what we're going to focus on, or this evening, what we're going to focus on is 2 foundational layers of this wellness pyramid. So a lot of you may have seen this before, but this wellness pyramid is basically what we use as our foundation for what is important and the things that we need to work on for our health. So you see nutrition and digestion, movement, metabolism, rest and stress management. We want to reduce toxins, informed self-care, and then, proactive medical care so that we're not, having to deal with things reactively. All right. So, but today we're going to focus on 2 of these foundational layers. So whether you're using supplements to make up for nutrient deficiencies, support your personal health journey, help with aging concerns, or just round out a healthy lifestyle, supplements can be effective for a variety of people across different stages of life. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that as we go along, about why smart supplementation is so important for our metabolic health. Okay. So as we move through the pyramid, you learn foundational principles that build on top of each other. So you want to think about this wellness pyramid as like Jenga blocks. All right. So has anybody ever played the game Jenga? All right. So if you played Jenga, I want you to hit the like or love button, or raise your hand or something like that. And then I really want you to let me know if you're good at Jenga, because I tend to not be so good at Jenga. All right. So just like a game of Jenga, if you remove nutrition as your foundation, you notice that it's at the very bottom here of the pyramid. If you remove that, what happens? Everything else crumbles, right? So lifestyle choices are the foundation of wellness. All right. doTERRA has created this easy to follow wellness plan. And it really is. And the best part is I am here to help you on that journey. Okay. All right. So this next slide up is actually quite mind-blowing. It was for me when I saw it. This stat really did surprise me to know that only 6.8, and this is real stats, only 6.8% of the population actually has, cardiometabolic health or optimal cardiometabolic health, meaning, we carry too much weight, have blood glucose levels, blood lipid levels, blood pressure that are all out of range, or have a history of cardiovascular events. So that would be everybody else, right? So only 6.8 is actually like really metabolically healthy. And unfortunately, everybody everybody we know and love is going to be impacted by this, right? Parents, spouse, kids, grandkids, your friends, just about everybody, right? Because that's going to be like your optimal like athletes and stuff, right? All right. So what's the impact? Good nutrition is the number one factor in good health, and poor nutrition is a key factor in poor metabolic health. All right. Let me say that again. Okay. Good nutrition is the number one factor in good health, and poor nutrition is a key factor in poor metabolic health. All right. The typical modern diet is full of high processed foods. We talk about it all the time. And of course, those lack vital nutrients and the micronutrients that our cells need in order to thrive. So which means most of us are likely not reaching that daily requirement for several key vitamins and minerals. And I had a chart for that, but I took it out because it was just like, it was really small. You couldn't read it anyway, but it just really broke down the deficiencies in most people. All right. The standard American diet, which actually is abbreviated, or the acronym is SAD, is a top contributor to early hormone imbalance. All right. The two biggest factors that slow metabolism are inactivity and poor dieting. Poor dieting goes beyond eating high calorie foods, right? It also factors in the nutrients that we consume. If we're experiencing vitamin deficiencies, then our metabolism is obviously going to struggle. All right. So I've talked about this many times before. Today's healthy foods are just very, very different from the historic diets that our genes are programmed for, right? What our ancestors ate. For thousands of years, agricultural breeding has always had the goal of improving yield and taste, not necessarily preserving the nutrients, right? And since many micronutrients don't taste good, they've actually been inadvertently bred out of our food. So I think there's a picture here of like a really ugly bunch of grapes, right? I don't know. Okay, so I just thought of this. I grew up in the country. So if you did, and you like maybe went to your grandmother's house or something, they have a lot of apple trees, like those little green apples. Actually, me and Todd, my husband, were talking about this the other day about how, when you bite into the apple, what's worse than biting in and seeing a half a worm. But those ugly apples, like you see here, actually have like 100 times more phytonutrients and more vitamin C than the apples that you buy at the grocery store. I mean, they look pretty, but like they really are deficient in most of the nutrients that are supposed to be in apples. And that's just one example from our entire food chain. Okay. But I got good news. There's hope. All right. Our bodies actually have an amazing capacity to thrive when we give it what it needs. Okay. God created our bodies to heal themselves when we remove the interference and supply ourselves with what they need to be balanced and function optimally. All right. I'll admit we are in a fighting battle, but it's a battle that we've got to fight if we want to live a life of vitality. So I know you're probably thinking, okay, how do we do that? So far, we've gone over some of the struggles that we all experience. So now let's talk a little bit about solutions. All right. All right. So what are some of the things that we can do to help our bodies thrive, right? And not just survive. So doTERRA actually offers 2 product systems that are going to help you maintain a healthy lifestyle in addition to what you're already doing. So we first of all want to focus on living a healthy lifestyle, even though it's difficult. And I think I have this further along in the presentation where we kind of talk about habit stacking just a little bit. If you've never read James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, go get it and read it because it is absolutely phenomenal. All right. So what we're going to focus on movement and metabolism. And then the other is nutrition and digestion. All right. These systems are safe. The doTERRA support systems we're going to talk about are safe, effective, and they're affordable solutions that you can incorporate into your daily routine. Only takes a few minutes a day. All right. So it may seem like a lot, but remember what we want to focus on is proactive healthcare so that we reduce the chances of having to deal with health issues reactively. Okay. And obviously, like, I'm always here to help you guys out. All right. So it's just like your car. If you think about your car, you can't prevent every breakdown, but when you have it serviced on a regular basis, change out the fluids and the filters and so forth, you actually reduce the chance of more catastrophic failures, right? So it's the same thing with our bodies. Unfortunately, most of us actually do a little bit better job taking care of our cars than we do our bodies. All right. So here we go. We're coming up on like one of my favorite things to talk about. And I know that I probably wear everybody out talking about this, but I don't care. These are the best products that doTERRA has, and they are awesome. So these are my favorite things to talk about besides essential oils. And that is the Lifelong Vitality supplements. Okay. So we like to call them LLV. So you may see in some of my posts or whatever, I refer to LLV. Well, it's Lifelong Vitality. Okay. The doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack was created to fill the gaps in our nutrition. Even if we're eating healthy, y'all, it's still eating organic, fruits and vegetables all day long. Because of it, the nutrition being brought out of our food and the soil being depleted, we still need to fill these gaps in nutrition. All right. So each one of these complex blends performs a specific job that assists with optimal health. So I'm not going to go into a ton of detail on these because I talk about them a lot, but I'll tell you that me and my husband Todd are taking them for 2 years. We try not to miss a day at all taking Long Vitality supplements. And if we do happen to, for some reason or another, then we can tell a big difference. I know I can. So we're just going to hit some of the high points about these three little bottles right here. Okay. So the most important thing when you're taking supplements, nutritional supplements, is absorption. All right. That is the key for any supplement to support the body. Because if you're not absorbing it into the cells, then it's really not doing you any good. All right. So there's 2 processes mentioned here: chelation and full spectrum ratio. Both of them have been shown to improve bioavailability. And bioavailability means how well it absorbs into your cells. Okay. It's going to play off our understanding of nutrition synergy. So LLV is whole food. So your body recognizes it as food and it's bioavailable. So you get the maximum absorption into your cellular level where it's going to do the most good. All right. So most of the supplements on the market today contain fillers. They contain synthetics, which are not readily absorbed. And therefore, oftentimes they just get flushed out. So like if you've ever tried to take vitamins from the drugstore and after a while you just stop because you're like, I just don't think they're doing any good. I don't feel anything. Well, this is why. It's because half of the stuff that's in there is just getting like flushed out of your body. Well, Lifelong Vitality is actually backed by clinical research, and doTERRA is so confident that you're going to have more energy, a better mood, and less pain after taking them for 30 days, that they actually will give you your money back, which is, one of the most fascinating things in as many people as I've gotten on Lifelong Vitality, I have never had anybody take doTERRA up on that. Okay. So real quick, like I said, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on each of those, but I just want to run through them real quick. All right. So we have alpha CRS is one of the bottles. And I think I said this before, but maybe I missed it, that the three of these, they come together in a pack, so they work all together. Yeah. All right. So alpha CRS is basically our energy in a bottle. It supports healthy cellular function, protects our DNA, promotes cellular energy at the mitochondrial level. So it's not fake like some caffeine, right? Supports healthy cellular immune function, mental clarity, and brain function. So this bottle's got stuff in it like CoQ10, ginkgo biloba, quercetin, tons of essential oils, and polyphenols. Okay, so absolutely fantastic. All right, try to zip through here. Okay, the next one up we have is XC Omega. This is our omega-3s, because we know our omega fatty acids get off balance. We need a good ratio, 3 to 6. And this is going to help support that, right? So it supports healthy heart circulatory functions, healthy joint functions, immune support, brain, eyes, nervous system. You can see all the stuff that's on here. Promotes healthy skin, antioxidant support, you know, because of all the omega-3s in here. So great for brain health, antioxidant, circulation. Excellent there. Okay. Next one, real quick in the trio, is the Microplex VMZ. And this is all the main vitamins and minerals. All right. So it provides all those that you need in a whole food bioavailable form. So your body absorbs it. So you're actually going to get and be able to fill those nutrition gaps that we talked about. All right. All right, here we go. Moving on. All right. So we talked a lot about nutrition and how to fill the gaps, right? All right. So now let's talk a little bit about the system focused on movement and metabolism. All right. Let me make sure I'm on the right slide real quick. Okay. Nope. Let's change up real quick. All right. Movement, metabolism. All right, these are fun things that I love to talk. The movement part I love to talk about, but the metabolism, that's the part that's like, oh, it's so much new information, and I'm really soaking it in, and which is why I'm super excited to share all this stuff with you. Okay. All right. So first, I want to impress how important it is to incorporate daily movement into your routine. All right. I'm not talking about like crazy exercise, you guys. I'm just talking about go for a walk, like every day. You know, unless it's raining or something or snowing, right? Get out there, go for a walk. I love taking my dog Griffin for a walk. He pretty much demands that I take him for a walk every day. I also love to go jogging with my neighbor and my good friend, Sue. I think you're on here. Shout out to Sue. We try to go like 2 or 3 times a week. And then I also love to go jogging with my sister a few times a month. So I do like to run a little bit, but if that's not your jam, just get out there and walk. If you're a gym person, get on the treadmill, get on the elliptical. Ellipticals are great. Look, if you want to do crazy, wild exercise because it's fun to you, do it, go for it. But I'm just here to tell all you people out there that don't like that, it's not really that necessary. All right. So now for the metabolism piece. Okay. On October 1st, y'all, listen to this. On October 1st, doTERRA is releasing incredible new products. So what you see on the screen right here, that's going to help us maximize our metabolism. All right. So I'm going to let you know what I know so far. This is new. And this is what a lot of us are really still learning, but our doctors, scientists have been working on this for a long time. They've worked with leading hospitals, universities, on all this science behind this. So, and it is all natural. So if you've ever tried a bunch of products in the past that make a bunch of claims, a lot of them, if they're not all synthetic, they have synthetic stuff in them. So they're actually altering your body, which is why when you stopped, you kind of just go right back. This is natural solutions that are actually going to work with your body to bring balance to help you improve your metabolic functions. Okay. All right. So what's metabolic health? Okay. Metabolic health means your body can digest and absorb nutrients from the food you eat without spikes in blood sugar, blood fat, and insulin. So let me say that one more time. Metabolic health means your body can digest and absorb nutrients from the foods you eat without spikes in blood sugar, blood fat, and insulin. Okay. And we know that the reason for food is to create energy. All right. So it's important to avoid these big spikes because they can contribute to a lot of unfavorable long-term impact of the food on your health. All right. So having good metabolic health lowers your risk of challenges from metabolic imbalances. Poor diet, high levels of stress, a sedentary lifestyle, all negatively impact our metabolic health. All right. So this in turn puts us at risk for a lot of health issues like high blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar imbalances. And then of course that large waist circumference, right? All right. So most of you are familiar with the idea that lifestyle choices affect your physical appearance. Remember that less than 7% of the population has optimal cardiometabolic health, and metabolic imbalances contribute to the appearance of early aging. The same is true for your biological age. All right. Even with genetic factors, your lifestyle choices actually make a huge difference. The same list of things that makes you look old on the outside makes your cells act old on the inside. All right, so some of the latest research at Harvard and other top-tier organizations show that metabolic health and biological age are inseparable. That means the stronger and healthier your metabolic functions, the younger you feel on the inside. And guess what? The younger you look on the outside. All right. It just goes hand in hand. All right. So at the heart of this system is a new essential oil blend. And it's actually, I'm going to let you on a little secret. It's actually not a new blend of oils. It's actually the same oils that were in Slim and Sassy. If you ever took that, that was the metabolic blend. But these have been uniquely formulated and the ratios changed to optimize their benefits on our body. Okay. So it's grapefruit oil, essential oil, lemon essential oil, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon bark. Okay. So those oils are featured in every product in this metabolic health line. All right. So we call it willpower in a bottle. This new product system for metabolic health support is going to fill the hole in your wellness plan. Okay. So it's going to, while more confirming research is needed, of course, they're still working on some of this, but preclinical studies suggest that it does support naturally increase. Oh, wait a minute. Did I switch? Oh, this is something else. Naturally increases NAD plus and NADH levels in your body, which can help normalize glucose levels, promote healthy insulin activity and response, and inhibit the growth of adipose fat cells. All right. So who here would not want to decrease fat cells or shrink? It can actually kind of shrink the fat cells. All right. I mean, I know I would. So I think everybody would want that, right? So I also hear, also it includes 9 types of collagen. That's one of the products from ethical and sustainable marine sources. So most other products that you have on the market only have 2 types max of collagen and none of the other that supports other metabolic functions. All right. Okay, so that's kind of like an overview, right? So we're going to kind of go just a little bit, I think, more specifically here. So we have the essential oil blend itself that it comes in a 15 milliliter. I've actually got one right here. Look at that. I've already tasted it and it's delicious. It comes in a 15 milliliter bottle, just the oil, which you can put in your water or you can put it in a roller ball and roll it on. It actually has some topical benefits as well, just like Slim and Sassy did. The essential oil blend, it comes in this bottle here, but you can choose how you want. And this is in the metabolic blend, just like the oil, that's what's going to help curb your cravings, right? But you can also, it also comes in beadlets, which are very convenient to throw in your pocketbook. You just pop a few whenever you're in between meals to help get you through, especially if you do intermittent fasting, is very helpful. It also comes in a satiety gum, which is fantastic. And then it also comes in soft gels. So you can just pop one of these in between meals. Like if you're not big on using the oil in your water or anything like that, it comes in a soft gel form, which is really convenient. All right. So look, have you ever started your day with a treat or something sweet that seemed like it just set the whole day off wrong? Well, cravings can be a serious force to be reckoned with, right? We all have them. It's tough, especially because it's normal for your resolve or your self-discipline to diminish throughout the day. I mean, that's perfectly normal. So then the next thing, the next product in this line, this metabolic health line that's going to help everybody, is the MetaPWR Assist. All right. So what does this do? This is awesome. This turns fast carbs into slow carbs. Okay. So what does that mean? That reduces our mealtime blood sugar spikes. So I've got a confession to make right now. And because I had this class coming up, I did not have time to cook dinner. And so my husband's like, can we just order a pizza? Oh, y'all, pizza is not my friend. It's like, in my opinion, like one of the worst foods you can eat besides donuts. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. But what I did, since I have this now in my toolbox, I popped one of these MetaPWR Assists right before, or right, with my, took one of these with my pizza. So because it's high carb. So what that did was help to control the blood sugar spike that comes with eating a lot of carbs. And actually, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I did see a graph. So they had a clinical trial about, I don't think I have this in here. I have to go off script a little bit here. So they did a clinical trial with about 15 people, and all of these people actually wore real-time glucose monitors. And what they did was they measured their glucose spikes after foods they ate, especially high carb foods that they ate. And then, so they saw, obviously the graph is, going to be all crazy because their blood sugar spikes were crazy. Well, then what they did was they did a week of that. And then they did a week of having them take the MetaPWR Assist when they had like, a really heavy meal or a high carb meal. And literally all the graph just evened out so much on the glucose monitor. So this stuff is for real. It's been tested, and it really truly is for real. So blood sugar levels are one of the most significant markers of health. These levels naturally fluctuate depending on eating and activity patterns. Excessively high peaks and low valleys are hallmarks of metabolic dysfunction, which is what ages us. Over time, chronically elevated blood sugar levels can cause a lot of health challenges in the body. So MetaPWR Assist contains multiple natural compounds clinically evidenced to promote healthy blood sugar regulation. So this right here, to me, is really going to be a game changer for a lot of people. If you struggle with that, maybe you are, kind of on that borderline of maybe type 2 diabetic, something like that. It could possibly be something that benefits you. Obviously, I want to pause real quick here since I said that and make sure that I say again, as I always do, remind everybody, no matter your situation, whenever you change your health routine or look at starting to take a new product, especially if you're under doctor's care or on any kind of medication or anything like that, you always want to seek the advice of your healthcare provider or professional. All right. So next up is probably the one thing that I'm most excited about. I see somebody posted, I can't see because I don't have my Facebook up very much, but somebody posted something about the collagen. So excited about the collagen. I am super excited about the collagen. All right. So it's not just collagen. There's some other stuff. I'm going to see how much information that we have here on this. All right. So most collagen nutraceutical products use only one or two collagen peptide types. All right. So MetaPWR Advantage, which I have right here, actually contains 9 collagen types. I think there's like 23 or 28 or something like that. And you can't get them all. So, but we have 9. So we have more than anybody else. All right. And the other thing, and I may get to this, I may be jumping ahead of myself here. So each one of the collagen types that's in here supports different biological systems, from bone health and cartilage strength to skin elasticity. A supplement's delivery system is crucial to its bioavailability. All right. And that's especially true of collagen. So more fantastic ingredients in the MetaPWR Advantage can influence the expression of several aging genetic pathways to ensure you're not only living longer, but you're also living well. All right. So it has in it also, besides the 9 types of collagen, it has something called NMN. It's from a yeast powder. Right. And by supplementing with this naturally derived NMN found in the MetaPWR Advantage, you can support your body's ability to produce NAD+. All right. So NAD+ is produced naturally in the body, but as we age, it decreases. And I think it starts decreasing around age 20 or something. And like by 50, half our NAD+ production is gone. So that's why we start noticing all those things, right? The sagging skin, joints, different things going on in our bodies. So this helps to optimize your metabolic health and extend your health span. You can also influence the expression of several aging genetic pathways to ensure you're not only living longer, but you're living well. So what we're trying to do here, you guys, is we're trying to close the gap between lifespan and health span. So modern medicine is fantastic. But a lot of what modern medicine gives us is the ability to live longer. All right. But not necessarily better. Right. So later on in our years, we're not living that a life of vitality. We're not still like, running around and playing with the kids or the grandkids and playing with the dog and something like that when we're like in our 80s and 90s. Well, we can't. Like, that's what we want. If we do all the things, improving our lifestyle, being mindful, moving every day, reducing our stress levels, getting quality sleep, smart supplementation, we really can. It's been proven. All right. So if you remember one thing from this class that, like I said, this is the first time I'm teaching it, it's brand new material. But if you remember one thing, take this away. All right. It's that nutrition and metabolism have a synergistic effect on your health and overall wellness. While nutrition is the process of nutrient acquisition from your environment, metabolism is the chemical process your body uses to transform the foods we eat into fuel. Studies have found persistent disturbance of nutrient metabolism or energy homeostasis caused by either nutrient deficiencies or excess induced cellular stress, leading to metabolic dysregulation. I don't even think I said that right. I hope that made sense. So remember, your metabolism influences your energy. Your metabolism influences your weight. Your metabolism influences your body composition, your sleep, and even cognitive performance. So nutrition and metabolic support go hand in hand. All right. So what does this mean for you? It means for me, what it means for us is we can enjoy more energy. That's going to help us keep up with our kids and our pets and, our social life. We're going to have more stamina during the day without the caffeine. I love my cup of coffee in the morning, just like everybody. In fact, Todd knows not to even talk to me until I've had at least 1 cup, but I'm not going to need it in the afternoon anymore. All right. So it's going to help us curb cravings. thanks to stabilized blood glucose and insulin response levels. We're going to have improved endurance when we work out, clearer minds. Who doesn't want that with all the busyness going on? I know I got a million things going on in my brain every day. So, this is going to allow us to just like crush our work, right? Like crush our workouts, crush it at work, feel great, look great. And I think like really, who doesn't want that? All right. So here's what I want you to think about just for 1 second, and then we'll try to wrap it up real quick. So how would you rate your metabolic health? So at the beginning of this, I asked, Todd, 2 cups of coffee. Yeah, true. So at the beginning of the class, and if you're kind of just like catching up here, make sure you go back and watch the whole thing. This stuff is too good to miss any of it. I asked if you on a daily basis, like regularly, feel like you are younger than your age, about the same as your age, how you feel, or do you regularly feel older than you actually are? That's what I asked on the start. I asked you to put a 3 if you felt older than you actually are, put a 2 if you feel about the same as your age, or a 1 if you actually feel younger than your actual age. All right, so we're going to think about that for a second. And if you haven't done this yet, if you're watching this on your computer, then grab your phone and scan this QR code. All right, so what this is a metabolic quiz. And I think I have this link right this time. And then I just want you to go through and rate yourself. All right, and then I want you to message me when you've done that, and we can set up a time and go over how metabolically healthy we think you are, and hopefully look at ways to support that. All right. So real quick, wrapping up, wellness is a combination of healthy habits and lifestyle choices. Like hands down, that really is a lot of the bottom line. Healthy habits and lifestyle choices. And the healthy habits includes smart supplementation. All right. So I just want to throw this up on the board real quick, because this actually is a kit that doTERRA offers. It's offered as an enrollment kit. If you're not already a doTERRA wholesale customer, you can start with this healthy habits kit today. And this has everything you need in it to get going. Not the metabolic stuff that comes out. The metabolic health line comes out as an entire kit the 1st of October, I think I said, right? All right. So this gets you going with your starting on your healthy habits, eating healthy, daily movement, and then these guys come in right here to fill in other gaps. All right. So if you want to be the healthiest version of yourself, the best way to get started is building these healthy habits. So every day we make choices that either contribute to or take away from our overall health. Making healthy choices is much easier when you have a routine. All right. The products in this healthy habits kit are a great way to establish that routine. I'm here to help you. So I do wellness consultations where I sit down and go over protocols to help you stack these habits with things you're already doing now. Okay. So this is going to have it's got the lifelong vitality supplements. It's got the digestive supplements, which we didn't really talk about tonight because I didn't have time. The enzymes, the probiotics. It's got your deep blue cream, which is one of the best topical creams for aching muscles and joints for when you're working out. And then it's got 5 of some of our most popular oils for just daily use that support your overall health. All right. If you are, I think it says, if you don't already have a wholesale customer account, let me know. I'll send you a link, get you started with this. If you do, and you haven't started using these products yet, you're really missing out. And what you can do if you have a wholesale account, this kit is actually offered as you can order it on your LRP. So your loyalty rewards program, you can actually add this whole bundle at one time to your order. And it is actually cheaper than if you bought them all individually, which is nice. All right. So you guys know the reason I partner with doTERRA for solutions in my wellness business is because of their dedication to purity and potency. I have to say that over and over again because it's so super important, because not all essential oils and supplements are created equal. All right, this is the only brand I trust for myself and my family, including my dog Griffin. He doesn't take all the supplements, but you know, he definitely, he's oiled up, man. That's my holistic hound dog. Okay. doTERRA is science-based company backed by some of the leading hospitals and universities. We've got an outstanding medical board, and we've got an outstanding veterinary board. So if anybody thinks that essential oils aren't safe for pets, as a general rule, a lot of the mess out there on the market isn't. But I study pet health with essential oils. And so if you have any questions, I can definitely help you if you're concerned or want to start using natural solutions for your pet. All right. Let's see. I think I talked about that already. And last slide. If you are not already a wholesale customer, or you are, and you want to talk about the metabolic health, I want you to screenshot this slide right here. All right. This is my information. Got a lot of valuable resources that are free. I will do, if you haven't had one yet, 45-minute discovery wellness consultation. The link for that is actually in this link tree address that's here, or you can email me, call, send a text, whatever's convenient for you. All right. So I'd love to help you learn how to live younger, longer, and close that gap between our lifespan and our health span so we can live lives of vitality. All right. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me and being patient as I ramble through this new stuff. Obviously, I'm going to be learning more. doTERRA's got a lot of information coming out, and it's just going to get better from here. So you guys have an absolutely wonderful evening. If you got any questions for me, please reach out. I'm going to go back through later tonight or tomorrow and see who had the most engagement during this little spiel. And then that person's going to win a prize. I haven't figured out what it is yet, but I'll come up with something good. So we'll see you guys. Have a fantastic evening.